Uh, so at first, call the declarant Dani Sitjawan, the General Chairman of Indonesian Traditional Fisherfolk Union, or KNTI.
Declaration of the Southeast Asia Small-Scale Fisheries SEA-SSF Hub. We, the leaders of small-scale fishers and aquaculture, fisher organizations in Southeast Asia, comprising the Indonesian Traditional Fisherfolk Union, KNTI, Indonesia, the Shrimp Farmers Association of Lampung, P3UW Lampung, Indonesia, Katipunan ng mga Kilusang Mangingisda ng Pilipinas, KKAMPi, PANGISDA Pilipinas, the Malaysia Inshore Fishermen Association for Education and Welfare, Jaring, Malaysia, the Cambodia Fisheries Network Fisheries Action Coalition Team, FACT, Representative SSF Cambodia, and the Center for Marinelife, Conservation and Community Development, MCD, Representative SSF Vietnam, have gathered in Batam, Indonesia, to initiate the strengthening of the small-scale fishers movement across Southeast Asia. Small-scale fishers in Southeast Asia play a critical role as food producers, both in capture fisheries and aquaculture, serving global food and nutrition needs. Over 22% of the world's fish production comes from this region, involving millions of individuals, both men and women working as fishers, aquaculture fishers, and fish processors. Southeast Asia is also home to the world's most extensive marine biodiversity, positioning this region as essential for sustaining healthy and sustainable marine ecosystems. These conditions support the livelihoods of small-scale fishers in producing nutritious seafood and improving the welfare of fisher families. We, the representatives of small-scale fishers and aquaculture, fishers gathered here, are food producers committed to playing a more significant role in providing healthy and nutritious food for the world. Our skills and knowledge of sustainable and environmentally friendly fishing practices are deeply rooted in our traditions and the heritage of our ancestors, who practiced wise stewardship of marine resources. Today, this legacy is threatened by the commercialization and privatization of the seas, which benefit only a few groups with substantial capital under neoliberal systems. We, therefore, recognize the need for a network of small-scale fishers, movements in Southeast Asia dedicated to advocating for the rights of traditional fishers who are being displaced or whose livelihoods are under threat. This includes building economic self-reliance among traditional fishers, strengthening their knowledge and actions to protect marine and coastal environments, and enhancing fisher resilience to climate change impacts. We aim to uphold food sovereignty and formulate strategic steps to ensure basic rights, such as access to education, healthcare, and adequate housing for fisher families, as well as the right to land and territorial waters protection, welfare, and the empowerment of fisherwomen. We also agree to continue our struggle against policies that marginalize small-scale fishers through 1. The privatization and commercialization of marine and coastal resources, the degradation of marine and coastal ecosystems, including mangrove areas, seagrass beds, coral reefs, and sand. 2. The displacement of fishers from their living spaces due to infrastructure projects, such as coastal reclamation or tourism developments. 3. The suppression of small-scale fishers' voices in expressing their aspirations and interests. And 4. Economic marginalization due to lack of access to capital, facilities, infrastructure, and markets. To achieve these goals, we recognize the importance of strong, small-scale fishers' organizations. We draw inspiration from the struggles of fishermen and fisherwomen across the region, who defend small-scale fishers' rights and promote best practices in sustainable fisheries management. Through the Southeast Asia Small-Scale Fisheries Hub, we commit to strengthening cooperation and collaboration, exchanging information and knowledge, and building solidarity in the struggle of small-scale fishers across Southeast Asia to safeguard livelihoods and enhance welfare. The Southeast Asia Small-Scale Fishers Hub is an open network. We value and respect the unique cultural, linguistic, and religious diversity in this region. Therefore, we will inform and invite other fisher organizations to join this collective struggle to achieve sovereignty and prosperity for small-scale fishers in Southeast Asia. Batam, Indonesia, November 18, 2024. The declarants: Dani Setiawan, General Chairman of Indonesian Traditional Fisherfolk Union, Kesatuan Nelayan Tradisional Indonesia, KNTI. Anul Muklis Ibrahim, Perhimpunan Petambak Pembudidaya Udang Wilayah Lampung, P3UW Lampung, Indonesia. Roberto Balon, Katipunan ng mga Kilusang Mangingisda ng Pilipinas, KKAMPi. Angelito Haban, PANGISDA Pilipinas. Mohed Khairul Anwar bin Mutsaid, Malaysia Inshore Fishermen Association for Education and Welfare, Jaring, Malaysia. Wamesita Angelitud, Bilang-Bilangan Dakuwes Association, Bidawa, Philippines. Thinthi Hayan, the Center for Marine Life, Conservation and Community Development, MCD. Representative SSF Vietnam, South Phala Fisheries Action Coalition Team, FACT. Representative SSF Cambodia.
Fishing practices are deeply rooted in our traditions and the heritage of our ancestors who practice wise stewardship of marine resources. Today, this legacy is threatened by the commercialization and privatization of the seas, which benefits only a few groups with substantial capital under neoliberal systems.
We therefore recognize the need for a network of small-scale fishers movement in Southeast Asia dedicated to advocating for the rights of the traditional fishers who are being displaced or whose livelihoods are under threat. This includes building economic self-reliance among traditional fishers, strengthening their knowledge and actions to protect marine and coastal environment, and enhancing fisher resilience to climate change impacts. We aim to uphold food sovereignty and formulate strategic steps to ensure basic rights such as access to education, health care, and adequate housing for fisher families, as well as the right to land and territorial waters, protection, welfare, and the empowerment of fisher women.
We also agreed to continue our struggle against policy that marginalize small-scale fisher through the privatization and commercialization of marine and coastal resources. The degradation of the marine and coastal ecosystem includes mangrove area, seagrass belt, coral reef, and sand. The displacement of fisher from their living spots thus to infrastructure projects such as coastal reclamation or tourist development. The suppression of small-scale fisher was to expressing their aspiration and interest and economics marginalization, thus to lack of access to capital, facility, infrastructure, and the market.
To achieve these goals, we realize the importance of strong small-scale fishers organizations without inspiration from the struggles of fishermen and fisherwomen across the regions who defend small-scale fisher rights and promote best practices in sustainable fisheries management.
Through the Southeast Asia Small-Scale Fishery Hub, we commit to strengthen cooperation and collaborations, strengthening information and knowledge, and building solidarity in the struggle of small-scale fisher across Southeast Asia to safeguard livelihoods and enhance welfare.
The Southeast Asia Small-Scale Fishers Hub is an open network. We value and respect the unique cultural, linguistic, and religious diversity in this region. Therefore, we will inform and invite other fishers organizations to join this collective struggle to achieve sovereignty and prosperity for small-scale fishers in Southeast Asia. Local fisherfolk, hidup nelayan, hidup nelayan, hidup petambak. Dideklarasikan di Batam 18 November 2024, the declarants Dani Setiawan, General Chairman of Indonesian Traditional Fisherfolk Union, Ainul Mukhlis Ibrahim, Perhimpunan Petambak Pembudidaya Udang Wilayah Lampung, Indonesia, Roberto Balon, Katipunan, Angma Kilusang Mangingisda Pilipinas, KKAMPi, Angelito Habar, PANGISDA Pilipinas, Muhammad Hairul Anwar bin Muhammad Said, Malaysia Inshore Fishermen Association for Education and Welfare, Jaring, Malaysia, Joamin Cinta Angelitut, Bilang-Bilangan Daku West Association, Bidawa, Philippines, Tan Kim Hie, the Center for Marinelife Conservation and Community Development, MCD, representative SSF Vietnam, Sol Pala, Fisheries Action Coalition Team, representative SSF Cambodia. Okay, this declaration will sign by every representative from the countries.
Okay, let us again give a warm round of applause to our declarants. They will now individually sign the declaration, which we may call the Batam Declaration. And right after the signing, and we will ask our guests also to have a picture taking for posterity. And later, the whole members of the participants to join our declarants for another picture taking. So we are now witnessing a historic event, no? For the launch of this hub for the small-scale fishers. Okay. Now can one more. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Thank you. Can we ask Honorable Lodi Paisal and of course Madam Novia Trilamawati to also join them for taking. And Dina. Pwede let's take so and we come here in front of for taking pictures. Declarant stay here. Stay. Declarator. Yeah. And of course, from Subian. Sorry. Yes, sorry.
Yeah, from Batam City. Okay. Just a minute. Okay, this right.
Like this.
Okay. 1, 2, 3. Again. 1, 2, 3.
And then after this, can we ask all the participants? After the members first of the Sea Fish for
I think
Justice.
the style different between.
Like I say,
Maybe call the members.
members of the Sea Fish,
Kiara Wadi, third, process.
Yara, Walhi, Process Bohol, MCD Vietnam, Sahabat Alam Malaysia, Walhi, Telapak, CERT, Fisheries Action Coalition Team, the Cambodia, of course Tambuyo, and KNTI of course, P3UW, KKAMPi, PANGISDA, Jaring, Small Scale Fishers of Cambodia, Vietnam. So they are joined now by the members of the network, the Sea Fish for Justice Network.
Yeah. Just wait a moment. The small boat. Small boat. Yeah, small boat. Please, please.
Put.
Small boat.
Put in front of.
Yes. Then you can stop the this is the symbol.